Hey, what's going on, folks? Hope you're doing well. Today, we are going to go over the patch notes. I just finished up streaming a little bit early so that I could make this really quick for you. We're going to go over 10 things that I think will be the biggest impact for the game itself. So let's just jump into it. Right off the bat, there's going to be a triggering event for things that you've not been able to, have XP for, like takedowns, claiming a control panel, just different things. You're going to earn a lot more XP than you used to. If you're putting smoke on somebody, if you're repairing, if you're resupplying people, if you're damaging a vehicle and you don't necessarily get the kill, but you might get the assist now. If you're using a SOFLAM and you mark that and someone takes it down, you're going to get points for using a SOFLAM. I know they cover this in more detail under the gadget slot, but I'm just giving you an idea. Even putting smoke on the enemy and then they get taken out, you get points for that. If you put smoke on a friendly who is down or somebody who is healing, you get points for that. That's brand new. I've never had that before in Battlefield, but I'm looking forward to it because, I like to throw lots of smoke at everybody. Also, you'll trigger an XP event when you get a enemy headshot. So that'll be cool. Maybe they'll put that like it was in Battlefield 5. Gadgets. EMP grenades will now affect spawn beacons, aka insertion beacons, sentry guns, and the APS-36 shoot-down Sentinel by Irish. Maps and modes. We have reduced the total number of air attack vehicles that can be active at any one time per team. So they are reducing the amount of helicopters that are going to be in the air, or I guess jets and helicopters. I don't know why they would do, this change applies to both Conquest and Breakthrough. It's not active in Battlefield Portal modes, nor the Classic Era or Breakaway maps. So Breakaway maps, it does not affect the Breakaway version. The MAV-38 Condor and the Mi-240 Super Hind are also not impacted by this change. They're still going to be available to, just tear everything up. The big thing here is they've increased the number of in-world vehicles you'll encounter across all maps in Conquest. So getting around, they're trying to make that much easier. And I'm great. Yeah. Hey, today's video is brought to you by you guys. If you like the content, do me a huge favor, hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it, and it really helps out the channel. Also, don't forget, we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, tomorrow we are going to be streaming for the trailer reveal. That'll be around 10 o'clock Eastern Time or 11 o'clock. I'm not sure. Come by and say hello, and but yeah, we'll be around, so come check us out. Soldier. Probably the big thing here is they've improved netcode for bullet hit detection on moving soldiers, as well as when changing states or stance. This includes more consistent hit detection against Sundance when they are flying with the wingsuit. So that's awesome. There's actually more with Sundance we're going to talk about here in a second, but this is huge. This is really big because I think this is probably going to be one of the biggest things in the game. If you're able to move smoother, that means that you're going to actually track targets easier. If the enemy is moving in a more predictable fashion and moving smoother, you're going to be able to acquire the target a lot easier. And I think you're going to see some better gameplay from yourself. I really do. I think you're going to see some better gameplay from a lot of people out there. So be ready. I think this is probably the biggest change. The character model movement has needed an upgrade so bad, and I'm looking forward to this. On a side note here, they do say that they have resolved an issue when performing a takedown will no longer have broken animation. I don't know. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the third-person animation with the takedowns. I would love for it to go back to the original animation. Also, why is it that when somebody is prone and you're coming up behind them to do a takedown, you literally have to pick them up, dust them off, give them a cup of tea, and then smack them over the head? I don't see why that's. I mean, it's nice. I mean, you give them one lumps or two, it doesn't matter. You're taking them out. Under Soldier, they say that they've resolved a broken traversal sprint animation after spamming the jump button. I have no idea if this is going to affect that little glitch, I guess. Or is that a glitch? The one where people will start just jumping and speed racing across the map. I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be in the game, but it's there. So yeah, I don't know if that's what they're doing, but we'll see. Now for the specialist, a few changes to some of the specialists, but what stood out to me was a couple here. Number one, Boris, his sentry gun is getting nerfed into the ground. His sentry gun will now be destroyed when the rocket event happens on orbital. That's whether it launches or explodes. Also on discard, when the large container wall or the ship wall comes down. And it doesn't say if it's nearby. It just says destroyed. So I don't know if that means if it's anywhere on the map. I don't know, man. That's we gotta try that out and see what happens. I'm assuming that it's nearby, but again, these patch notes don't go into a lot of detail on some of this stuff. Also, you're no longer going to be able to place the Sentry Gun for Boris in elevators. I know that's huge. That's going to be a big problem for you guys who like to play Boris. I'm curious if you're still using Boris. Did you actually get Boris to tier 1? I don't know if that's going to even be possible anymore. If it is, they're going to have to reduce that number with getting those turret kills. That's going to be hard now. Dozer's shield will no longer be able to block tank shells. Well, about damn time. Like I was saying earlier, Sundance does have a few things that have been changed here. Number one, you're not going to be able to just jump off something 3 feet off the ground and glide up into the air and do an up, and away. That's not going to happen anymore because they're reducing the initial velocity boost when deploying from low heights. They're increasing the velocity when deploying from greater heights, and they're adjusting the elevation gain when pulling up to prevent getting higher up than the original starting position. They're also adjusting the hitbox on the wingsuit, so that's going to make it easier for us to take them out. And if you're using Sundance, it's going to make it easier for you to get shot. Resolved an issue with Sundance's wingsuit showing visual twitching. That's a good thing. Fixed an issue where Sundance did not take fall damage after hitting the ground from high altitudes. Well, I won't be playing her anymore. And also, they're removing the EMP Field Smart Explosive from Sundance's belt to simplify their specialty. So there you go. Now, jumping all the way down to weapons, a couple of things here. Projectile speeds for all DMRs and LMGs have been increased, so that is fantastic. They've also got a better cone spread adjustment for the shotguns. Yay or also improved pellet dispersion for shotguns. Again, depends on where you are with shotguns. They've also made some adjustments to some of the attachments so they'll act more, the way they're supposed to act. Again, more detail if you go to the patch notes, link in the description down below. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys are as well. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching this. If you have any questions, come by and see us. Again, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. However, tomorrow, if this is Tuesday, June 7th, we're going to be live when the trailer goes out. So come by, say hello. We'll watch it together, and then we'll sit around and talk about it for a little bit. All right, well, that's it for me, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye for now.